Hello, everyone. Today I have some really great news for you all, and I'm going to discuss it with you right now. So Maxity released a new episode of his Skibidi Saga just yesterday, or namely the second part of episode 6. And little spoiler alert, it was really great, but I was actually thinking what to do in this case. Because I just started analyzing his Skibidi Saga as a whole, and already did an analysis of the first 2 episodes, and right now Maxity's multiverse has 6 episodes in total, so I had 2 options. Either jump over 3 already existing episodes and analyze the freshest one that just got released, or wait a little bit and finish the analysis of the 3 previous episodes before getting to the 6th one. So in the end, I decided to analyze all the episodes of his multiverse at first, and then start analyzing his freshest releases, because I feel like it would be more convenient for both you and me. Okay, so today, I'm going to analyze the 3rd and the 4th episodes for you. Now put all your business aside for the next 8 minutes, and trust me, they have lots of things to unpack. What info did Titan Cassetteman plan to tell Titan Speakerman? Why is Plungerman in this multiverse behaving so differently from the plunger we always knew? And what are his relationships with Camerawoman? Get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the juiciest part for later just as always. Let's go! So the 3rd episode starts with Titan Speakerman, who parted his ways with Titan TVman in the 2nd episode in order to flee from Astro toilets and pursue Skibidi Scientist instead. So keep in mind that he in fact missed the first encounter with the new race of cassettemen, and he still doesn't know anything important, so he's really gloomy in here and kind of thinks that everything is close to being lost. Maybe he even thinks that Titan TVman may lose to Astro toilets and give his life as well, I don't know, because the dude looks really depressed. In the process of flight, he also remembers the time when he was infected by the Skibidi Scientist's parasite and controlled by him in order to fight his own former comrades from the Alliance, so he remembers all the terrible scenes where he used to beat and destroy the representatives of his own speakerman race, which must have felt really awful, I bet. But then his jetpack gets run out of juice, so Titan Speakerman had to land somewhere in this deserted area, and thankfully there is a large truck full of fuel next to him, so the Titan grabs it really quickly to continue his journey. But of course, even this innocent action cannot go without any troubles for him. So there is a claw of a Skibidi teleporting right next to him that pinned Speakerman to the ground. And now there are 2 crazy Skibidi kamikaze willing to take his life, just like it happened with Titan Cameraman in episode 65 of the original series. And it looks like the Titan already accepted this unfortunate fate. But suddenly a new face comes on stage, and oh hell, this is Titan Cassetteman. We have already been teased about his appearance in the 2nd episode of Skibidi Saga, when the big Cassetteman told cameramen that their race has their own Titan, who is now in some other place. Well, hello there, bud. He knocks the kamikaze out and cuts off this claw and uses his lullaby sound to bring the invader back to hell he belongs. Titan Cassetteman provides the astonished Speakerman with a thing that allows him to talk as well. Although he already talked in the original Boom series, like check this out. But okay, it's still neat to have such a device around. And then both Titans have a nice chat with each other where Titan Speakerman gets told basically the same info that his comrades were told an episode before that he unfortunately missed. But he also gets to know something new, such as that Cassetteman decided to contact the Alliance due to Titan Cameraman's figure. And that they actually find the war between the Alliance and Skibidi toilets incredibly ridiculous. And that the hardware heads weren't in fact made to eliminate the toilets. And that there is a special plan the whole Alliance should know about. Oh, and by the way, cassettemen are actually from Russia, which is a pretty interesting thing to know about. Great thing they're good guys in this multiverse, though. But Titan Cassetteman refused to tell it to Titan Speakerman on spot, and instead he demanded for them both to go to some safe place first, where he'll be able to tell him everything in detail without any issues. So they decided to move to the Speakerman's base, which is 209 kilometers away, as we know from the tablet shown to us at the beginning of this episode. On their way to the base, they faced another encounter with Skibidi toilets that seemed to be a coordinated attack against them launched by Skibidi Scientist. But with their power abilities combined together, they managed to successfully drive them all away. And we also knew exactly how this whole Cassetteman's lullaby thing works. And then they continue going on the way to Speakerman's base. And that's how the 3rd episode ends. And now let's go straight to the 4th episode. And it starts apparently after the arrival of Titan TVman, the survived cameramen, and a bunch of their new friends cassettemen who seem to already tell their plan against destroying Skibidi toilets to the present members of the Alliance. And of course, Plungerman has something to say about this, and to tell you honestly, I can understand his reasoning really well. He's already lost his dear buddy Titan Cameraman because of the Skibidi toilet's vile doings, and he almost lost Titan Speakerman as well, who was infected and controlled by Skibidi scientists for a really long time. So he gets really enraged and even asks cassettemen who do they think they are after all. And he also confronts Titan TVman who brought these guys to the base and asks him, since when did he start trusting newcomers so easily? And to that, Titan TVman gives a pretty hilarious response in my opinion. Just listen to it yourselves.
What the hell's up with you trusting everybody?
And then he quickly teleports away not to take part in family quarrels, apparently. The cameraman survivors from the second episode also try to convince Plungerman to trust cassetteman more. But the dude stays firm in his position. He's so stubborn that even the dark speakerman tries to call him out, which actually looked pretty weird to me. I wouldn't think that the dark speakerman would be so easy to get trusted. I don't mean that he was supposed to get on the same side with Plungerman, but at least it would be more logical of him to stay silent and keep analyzing all the information he was hearing. But to him, getting a voice from cassetteman was more than enough to already trust them apparently. But Maxidy's versions of Boom's characters are a little bit different in this multiverse anyways, so we'll let it slide. Cassetteman answered to Plungerman's reasoning that it was actually the Alliance that caused this whole war and not the Skibidi toilets and man that made me think for a while. I mean, in some sense, it was cameramen indeed who confronted Skibidi directly not to let Skibidi virus spread all over the Earth. But was that an actually wrong thing to do? Skibidi toilets behaved very aggressively from the start, and were the reasons for all the humans to get erased. Or maybe we don't know something crucial yet, and everything is in fact not so simple in Maxidy's universe. Plungerman gets really mad at this statement, and he even gets calmed down in the pretty, harsh manner. Hey dude, that was really mean. And don't forget that Plungerman is one of your best warriors after all. So Camerawoman feels like he has to persuade Plungerman's point of view to change, so they started a really interesting conversation that showed their characteristic more. And man, I really love this feature that Maxidy brought to this series about the members of the Alliance now being able to communicate properly. So, she accuses him of behaving very childish and inappropriate for a seasoned soldier he is, even despite the fact that she's not fully convinced by cassetteman herself. And to prove her point, she somehow remembers the events of the original episodes 50, 53, and 67. And if it seemed to Plungerman like acts of true brevity, to Camerawoman, it looked like an erratic and stupid behavior, which is really sad to hear. It seems like our couple of doves has some pretty bad quarrel now. Hey Mom and Dad, can you stop fighting please? So Plungerman confesses to her that he did all these things to become a leader like Titan Cameraman was, but Camerawoman confronts him on that and states that he was simply being a jerk and giving a bad influence by the way he acts now. And to that Plungerman says that it wasn't on purpose as he was just trying to, establish his dominance. No wonder Camerawoman wasn't impressed by this, which honestly breaks my heart because she was always so positive and supportive of him in the original series. But in this multiverse, Plungerman seems to be more of a disappointment to her and man that really makes me want to cry. So she asks him to change his ways, but he remains untouched. It looks like he's about to start his own villain arc pretty soon, and then the episode ends with a mysterious scene where Titan TVman appears in the unknown location with military hangars and helicopters, while realizing that someone he expected to see there is gone. But who it was exactly is really hard to see, so be sure to post your own suggestions on that in the comments under this video. And that was all for today. I'm really excited to keep analyzing this multiverse, so hopefully I'll get to the freshest episodes that Maxidy releases really soon. And don't forget to write in the comments below how much you guys like Skibidi Saga too, so that both Maxidy and I would be really proud. And be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel not to miss my new cool videos. And it was me, ISO Toilet. See ya!